Hello Sodor! Welcome back to another review on the channel, and on today's video we got a special occasion because we're going to be reviewing something very special today. It's the boy! That's right, we're going to be reviewing and unboxing the brand new 2026 Henry Diecast. Now, I got a lot to say about this guy. First up, let's talk about the packaging. The packaging isn't too much special. We already seen the packaging style for like the new sets, but this is basically the new packaging style for the diecast. That is how the packaging is gonna look like for the next few years of the reboot. And honestly, I think I prefer this right here over how we had it before. Because let me compare it to the like 80th stuff. This is the packaging style we had like since 2021, I'm pretty sure. This does look like Thomas, but it just doesn't catch your eye really well. It just looks kind of meh. Like, you got this huge 80th logo, yeah, sure, but like it just doesn't feel right. It just like seems like a toy you would definitely ignore. But this catches your eye. This catches your interest right here. And this is what I love about the new packaging. This just genuinely catches your eye, and I love it so much. The brand new, like, new, signaling that this is a new item, which we barely ever seen before. The big picture of, like, the engines, basically, instead of just, like, you know, being this, it actually just, like, shows, like, the engines in full instead of just making it small. I like that so much. And if we flip back here, you can see all the engines that is also available. You got Henry, which you already have, James, Gordon, Annie and Thomas, and Toad and Oliver. Now this is such a massive step up because usually in the back of the boxes is just all the copyright stuff that like really nobody cares about. It just like looks really boring. But now they actually added like more characters on the back of the box, it just makes it like feel so much more immersive. Like it actually just like tells you like what other characters you can play. I love that so much. Like, this is just genuinely reminding me of how it was back then. Like, okay, sure, the copyright stuff is still there. I don't like that, but hey, at least we got it somewhat back. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what else much to say about this packaging. I really love how it looks. I really love how it takes, like, the direction of the Disney Pixar Cars diecast line. I love that a lot, considering, well, like I said in Tim Shed's review, the same guy who is working on the Disney Cars diecast stuff is also making, well, this. So that is such a nice change. Yeah, other than that, I think it's officially time we take a look at this long boy. Let's get to it. So, you just like, I'm gonna try opening this real quick. Oh. It's a bit hard to open, huh? Oh, I see it. Okay, let's take him out of the box. Here we have the brand new 2026 Henry. Wow, he is actually massive. He is actually massive. Let's get a good look at that face real quick. If my camera will focus, please. Please, camera, I need this. This is Henry's brand new face for the reboot, and honestly, I think it looked pretty good. I honestly don't mind it too much. I still think this looks like Henry. This just genuinely looks like Percy with the don't even trip dog face, but like, I don't mind it that much. I think he still looks pretty good. But if we're not talking about the face, this model is genuinely beautiful. My god, please camera focus. This model is genuinely, like, this might be the best Henry diecast of all time. Like, this is like genuinely another best diecast Henry of all time. The proportions are so right. We got a movable bogey now. He's actually long. Not to mention the new color Henry has, which I honestly don't mind the dark green he has. I think the dark green actually kind of suits him. Yeah, honestly, I think the dark green actually looks pretty good. And honestly, it isn't too bad either. It still looks like, well, Henry. Another thing I also like to mention is that, like, this splasher right here, like, usually this splasher, like, doesn't have any lining because the lining just ends, like, right at the end because this was, like, meant to be the old shape Henry, so naturally it just, like, the lining wasn't finished. But now they actually just, like, added lining. They actually finished it, which is what surprises me the most. That they actually put attention to detail, stuff like that. I love that so much. I love it when, like, there's, like, actual attention to detail in this stuff. A complaint I have for the diecast Henry is that, like, the only diecast part about Henry is his boiler. Everything else, like his cab, his running board, his milk box, tender, everything is just plastic. I do not like that. Like, you can't just go advertising like this is diecast metal and the only diecast part is just the boiler, splasher, and that's it. I don't think that's, unless you count the magnets, but I don't know why you count with magnets because, like, this is meant to be full-on diecast metal engine, and the fact is just, like, you know, this part, that's really disappointing. That's genuinely really disappointing because looking at Henry, like, comparing it to Thomas, let's say, Thomas is full-on plastic, Thomas is not plastic, Thomas is full-on diecast metal, if I were to zoom in. Look at Thomas. He is full diecast metal if we ignore the cab roof. But, like, he's actually diecast metal. He's an actual diecast engine. And the fact they couldn't do that for, like, the tender engines, that's just really, really disappointing to me. I do not like that at all. I really don't like that at all. But other than that, I think he's a really good toy. Another complaint I have, his tender. His tender is really, really small. I don't like that at all. His tender is just genuinely small when, like, well, you know, in the promo art itself on the packaging, see right here, it's meant to be large. It's meant to be, like, over at, like, his cab roof, like, somewhat right there. But on the toy, it's just not like that. It's just stuck like this. I don't like that at all. Not to mention, the tender is just full-on plastic. Full-on plastic? This is just genuinely full-on plastic. Also, for some reason, this already got a scratch. Like, I did not even take this out of the packaging yet, and this already has a scratch. Hey, so, future me recording this while I'm editing a video, turns out, that wasn't a scratch. That's just how the molding line exists. That's how, like, they made the mold for Henry's tender. So, yeah, I was kind of wrong about that. Anyways, back to the video. But, yeah. My two complaints is that, like, this isn't full-on diecast metal, and the tender is just not good. It is really, really not good. I think that could have been done better, but overall, I think this still is the best diecast Henry we got in quite a while, actually. Because, like, last time we got a good Henry diecast was, like, I'm pretty sure during the Take and Play era, which is crazy to think about. After that, it just kind of became doo-doo. So to see the return of, like, good quality Thomas toys, that's really nice to see. That's generally really nice to see. Oh yeah, since why not, let's also compare this Henry to the other diecasts. I don't have the Take and Play or Take Along Henry, so we're gonna jump to 2019 Push Along Henry. God, this is really bad. Hold on, let me make my camera focus. Yeah. This is just really, really bad. The proportions are ass. Why does Henry only have, like, 6 wheels? why does he only have 6 wheels? Like, the only good part about him is, like, he's full on diecast metal, but, like, no. And the tender isn't any much better at all. The tender is, quite frankly, worse. Look at that. That's just not Henry's tender at all. Why is it so small? Why are the wheels too big? It's just... no. Get this out of here. And now let's compare Henry to the brand new one that released like last year. The 80th anniversary Henry. Now this was actually a step up from the 2019 push-along Henry, but still has issues. For instance, why is Henry reusing James's chassis? Like, Henry is meant to be way bigger than James, and the fact he's just reusing James's chassis feels so wrong. It just does not feel right. He's also way small, comparing the 2026 diecast Henry to the 80th. The 2026 one is actually longer than the 80th, because this is meant to be right. This is just wrong scaling. This is just really wrong scaling. Also comparing the tender right here, if I can somehow compare it. The tender, the only props I'll give it to the tender is that, like, it's taller, but it quite frankly has the same issue as the 2019 push-along Henry tender. It's too short. Because, like, it did the scaling right, it's tall, that's good, that's good that it's tall, but the issue is, it's too short. It's genuinely too short. I don't like that. I think they could have just made it a bit more longer. But, I mean, it is what it is. So yeah. Comparing the 80th tender to the 2026 one, the only props I could give to the 80th tender is that it's longer. It's not longer, but taller. That's a good thing, but the issue is, like the 2019, it's too short. It's too short. And that's like the main issue with the 80th tender, because you got everything going, but then it just became too short. And the issue with the 2026 one, that it's long, that's good, it's long, but it's too short. It's not meant to be like this size. Henry's tender is meant to be like way at the cab roof tall, that type of thing. If it was like that, I wouldn't given this like a more credit. But the fact that it does not have that is just a real shame. That really is a real shame. But I can live with it. Before we end this video, I want to do a little test to see how Henry performs on the sets, like Timber Shed, Bell Station. So let's give it a little test. Let's see if he can fit on the turntable. And surprisingly, he actually fits, which is a one not I was expecting. He actually fits on the turntable, which really surprises me a lot. And yes, he can also turn on it as well. So he does work on the timber sheds, turntable and sheds, which is a nice thing to see. But let's see how he does on the windmill. Okay, now the thing I'm interested to see, how does Henry do on the windmill? Let's bring him around the corner and see how he does. The only issues I have with the tender engines is that, like, when they use the windmill, or like the Bell Station, their tenders jump a little bit. I don't like that how the tenders just jump a little. But honestly, for what it's worth, Henry does fine on the windmill, which is a nice thing to see. So, Henry gets a pass on that. Alright, and the final test. Does Henry work on Bell Station? Let's find out. So he crosses right here. Yeah, he seems to work alright. He actually works the best, actually. I don't see his tender jumping around. I honestly think Henry is the only one that I've seen that can actually, well, do the bell station function when I was tender jumping. So I think that's a nice sign. So Henry gets a pass on that too. So with all the tests out of the way, what do I think of Henry? I think Henry is so far one of the best tender engines you can buy right now. For $8, which is what I'm pretty sure this is going for, I think $8 for Henry is not that bad of a price. This is pretty good with a pretty good toy train compared to what we were getting years ago. So honestly, paying $8 or euros for this is justifiable price. I think for what you're getting, this is honestly a decent toy train. One of the best diecast Henrys, if I'm so honest. So if you ever see this Henry in like a store, wherever you find it, I suggest grabbing one, considering from what I read, Henry is selling out really fast. Or not, I don't know. But yeah, if you ever see Henry in a store, I suggest grabbing it. He's a really good toy train, and like honestly, one of the best diecast Henrys in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I think about Henry. And to anyone who wants to see it, here's the entire trio all in one. This is really nice to see. I'm really glad we got Henry back. So yeah, I think that's everything. I would honestly give Henry a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. He is genuinely that much good of a diecast toy. I honestly love the Henry diecast. He actually looks pretty good for once, instead of just being, well, 2019 push-along slop that we've been getting for the past few years. So honestly, this is nice a change. I really like this a lot. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all whenever a new video gets released. Bye bye now!